Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. It is week 3 of homeschool pre-K, and I thought I'd give you guys a little update about how it's going. So before we get started, I just need to mention that this video is part of a collaboration that I'm doing with a bunch of other homeschool moms who are going to be updating you about their first few weeks of school, or some of them have been in a little longer, but how this first part of their school year has gone so far. And that collaboration is hosted by Devine at Calm in the Chaos Homeschool and Shauna at Homegrown Homeschool, and I will be putting links down below to their channels, as well as a link to the playlist so you can see all the other mamas and how their years are going. So yeah, definitely check that out. So yeah, like I said, week 3 of homeschool. We just started. Well, I guess not. I guess we're midway through. That should tell you how it's been going. Week 1 was great. Everything went exactly as I planned it. We did awesome. We were falling into the groove. And then if you watch my channel, then you probably already know what happened. But if you're new here, first of all, welcome. Second of all, the Saturday after our first week of homeschool, my husband had a cardiac episode. He had AFib, and if you're interested in finding out more about that and what happened, I can put a link down below to that video as well. It was my last video, but it sort of threw things off. Week 1 we did Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. Everything went great. Week 2 we were doing Chrysanthemum, and it went okay, but you know, I had a lot on my mind. We had, you know, there was just a lot of uncertainty, and I didn't get a lot of the stuff that I had planned done. Like, I never made the flashcards that I was planning on making, and some of the printouts that I had made for Chrysanthemum I never got printed. But that's okay. I just kind of winged it, and I did have a puzzle that I had ordered off of Temu, because I decided to focus on Arlo and his name and spelling it and that sort of thing, and then B, flowers and like the parts of the flowers. Those were the 2 things that I thought I would pull from Chrysanthemum. And I did have a puzzle that I ordered off of Temu that turned out really good, and Arlo liked it. I put it like in a sensory bin and made a whole thing where I hid the pieces, and that went well. So it wasn't a total wash. We got it done. It just looked a little different than I had planned. And this week, you know, this week's going a little bit better. My husband went to the cardiologist on Friday, and I'll have another video about that Wednesday, or no, this is Wednesday, so Friday. But long story short, we're in a better place, not as stressed, so that's good. So this week it's gone a little bit better, and we are doing this book here, Acorn Was a Little Wild. And Arlo seemed to really like it when we've read it this week. He wasn't a big fan of Chrysanthemum, honestly. So now I know that. Maybe he's just a little young, or maybe it's just not for him. But this one is really cute. And so we are kind of learning a little bit about acorns and a little bit about how trees grow. And I think that was perfect, because next week we're doing Secrets of the Apple Tree, which is a fun little book that I picked up. So we're just building on, you know, plants and how they work over the next few weeks. And so we started out with flowers and naming the parts of the flowers and talking a little bit about that and learning about the roots of the flowers, you know. So that kind of ties in here because Acorn, he ends up getting planted by a squirrel and he grows into an oak, obviously. And so it talks about his roots in there and growing up and the sunlight. So we did that. And yesterday we experimented with all these little acorns that I have. I actually made them for a sensory bin last year. I bought wooden Dollar Tree. I don't know if they have them this year or not, but they probably do. They had these little wooden acorns. They were just plain wood, and I painted them because I like things to be pretty and colorful. So yeah, we experimented with those. Acorn likes to roll in the book. Acorn likes to roll and jump. So we, you know, had a contest to see who could roll them the farthest. And then I said, I wonder what would happen if we sat down and rolled them. So we saw how that made it different. And then I said, I wonder what happens if we roll more than one at a time and that sort of thing. What happens if we bounce them? Just a lot of wondering questions. I have been learning because I also help out with the children's church, and we are transitioning into something called godly play. And there's a lot of openness and wondering questions about that, and I have sort of been incorporating that as well. I'm liking the wondering questions a lot, and so I don't, you know, you don't tell him what the answer is. You just say, I wonder what would happen if, or I wonder if we did this. And then he's like, yeah, let's try it. He gets kind of excited and we figure it out together. So I'm liking that. I think we are getting back on track, getting back into a rhythm. I found a song that I like for circle time. So now we don't start the day with our days of the week song and filling out our calendar. First thing we do when we come in is do this little song. It's called Walk Around by Music with Nancy. And I can link that in the description as well. It's a YouTube channel full of like children's learning songs and circle time songs and that sort of thing. And it gets him up and walking around so we get some of that energy out before sometimes we do it 2 or 3 times, however he's feeling and however long he can, you know, focus and do all the movements and stuff. And that kind of gets his energy out before we sit down for the day. So we're going to keep doing that as long as he likes it. And after you know, if he gets bored with this one, we'll try to find a different one. But I'm liking doing something a little active right at the first because Arlo has a lot of energy and that sort of helps calm him down. So that was a good addition. Other than that, Arlo has been sick this week because it's like one thing on top of another. So I spent Monday morning at the Indian hospital in the ER with him. They said it's just a virus. They tested him for all the things, you know, COVID, flu A, flu B, RSV, you know, all the things they test for when you come in with like a stuffy nose and a cough these days. And those were all negative, so that's great. But we have a camping trip this weekend, and we need to get better before that because Arlo has pretty good allergies as it is anyway, so we want the cough and the stuffy nose to be as well as possible before we go. Therefore, we are skipping forest school today and possibly therapy. I haven't decided yet, but just trying to get that under control before we do our big fall equinox camping trip, and I'm really excited about. The rest of the week, we're just going to keep working with our acorns. I have a pattern matching worksheet activity that we're going to work on, and then another one that's more like motor skills where I'm going to have him use his tweezers to put the acorns in a little bucket thing that I've made. It's an oatmeal container, and then maybe we'll see how they sound when we shake it because that'll be fun, like a musical instrument. And then we'll probably, you know, talk more about how trees grow, and I have a video that we're going to watch on how trees grow and that sort of thing. So yeah, just kind of going with the seasons, focusing on that. So next up is Secrets of the Apple Tree. It's a pretty cool book because you can use a flashlight with it, and it'll have like, actually, hold on, and I'll grab it and show you because it's pretty cool, I think. So yeah, it's called Secrets of the Apple Tree, and it says it's a shine the light book, and basically, you know, it's talking about an apple tree, and it, like this one says, can you see what it will look like in the winter? That's the first page. So then all the backs of the pages look like this. And so what you do is, I can't find my flashlight right now. I think it's out in the living room, and if I go out there, Arlo's gonna wanna know what I'm doing. So I will use my phone to show you. But, okay, it's kind of hard to do with one hand, but you shine the light through, and can you see what it does? You can see how the tree will look in the winter when it's just branches. Or like this one. The next one, you can see like the earthworms down at the roots. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool, and I'm excited about that. So that's what we're gonna do next, and then I think it's Old Bear, which will be all about like the leaves falling and that sort of thing, and we'll just continue building on the seasons, learn a little bit about nature, and then, you know, vocabulary and stuff. So yeah, that's how our homeschool has been so far. A little tumultuous, but I think we're getting in the hang of things. Be sure to check out the playlist below for more homeschool moms, and if you're new here and you want to see more of these videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me, and we will see you guys Friday.